కావేరి యూనివర్సిటీలో ఉన్నాము. సో కావేరి యూనివర్సిటీకి సంబంధించి ఒక సబ్జెక్ట్కి సంబంధించి మనం చూడొచ్చు ల్యాబొరేటరీ 1 అగ్రికల్చర్ ఎంటోమాలజీ. సో ఈ సబ్జెక్ట్కి సంబంధించినటువంటి అసిస్టెంట్ ప్రొఫెసర్ అయినటువంటి డాక్టర్ ఎంపీ భారత్ గారు మనతో ఉన్నారు. వారికి సంబంధించి ఈ సబ్జెక్ట్కి సంబంధించి చదవడం వల్ల స్టూడెంట్స్ ఎటువంటి బెనిఫిట్స్ పొందుతారు, ముందుగా స్టూడెంట్స్ చదివేదే రైతుల కోసం అనమాట, దీనివల్ల ఎటువంటి ఉపయోగాలు ఉంటాయి ఏంటి అనే ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మనం డాక్టర్ భారత్ గారిని అడిగి తెలుసుకుందాము. డాక్టర్ భారత్ గారు నమస్కారం అండి.
నమస్కారం.
కోర్సుకి సంబంధించి ఇది చాలా వరకు రైతులకు యూజ్ అవుతుంది. సో దాన్ని చదివేది స్టూడెంట్స్, దీనికి సంబంధించి పూర్తి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ సమాచారాన్ని మాకు ఇవ్వండి.
Generally, this entomology is all about study of insects. Insects, we have two types, harmful as well as beneficial or helpful. So the harmful insects means, in case of agriculture, the insects which will damage on the agricultural crops, that means food crops, that we call it as pest. So in field condition, the students can able to identify the pest so that they can advise the farmers to how to manage the pest. Beneficial insects ante like honeybees, silkworms, lac insects. So if they study about honeybees, how to multiply them, and sericulture for production of silk. So in this way, harmful and helpful.
ఓకే, ఒకసారి అయితే మనం చూసేద్దాము. ఇందులో రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, స్టూడెంట్స్కి నేర్పించడానికి మైక్రోస్కోప్స్ కూడా ఉన్నాయి. సో ఏ విధంగా ఏంటి అని అంటే ఒక స్టూడెంట్ నేర్చుకోవాలి అనుకుంటే మనకి దానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి ప్రాపర్టీస్ కూడా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. దానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి సమాచారాన్ని మనం ఈ రూమ్లోకి వెళ్ళి చూసేద్దాం. సో మనమైతే లోపలికి వచ్చేసాము. ఇందులో ఇన్సెక్ట్ స్టోరేజ్ బాక్స్ అంటే ఎడ్యుకేషన్కి సంబంధించి ఈ సబ్జెక్ట్కి సంబంధించి మనకి ఇన్సెక్ట్ స్టోరేజ్ బాక్స్ ఉంది. సో వీటి గురించి అందులో డిఫరెంట్ నేమ్స్తో ఉన్నాయి. ఇన్సెక్ట్ డిస్ప్లే షోకేస్ అండ్ ఆల్సో ఇన్సెక్ట్ స్టిచ్చింగ్ బోర్డ్ అండ్ డిసెక్టింగ్ ట్రే. సో ఇలా ఉన్నాయి. వీటి గురించి అయితే ఈ సార్ని ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయవలసిందిగా కోరుకుంటున్నాను. సార్ ప్లీజ్.
We'll study about entomology, about insects. The main purpose is they need to identify the pest in field condition. Field condition lo eppudu identify chesarante morphologically the insect collections are here. They will see the insect collections here morphologically, and by seeing this they can physically identify the insect pest in field conditions. Here this is insect storage box. It is for the purpose of storing the insects. This is insect display showcase, so directly we can see without opening the box. And this is insect stretching board. After collection of insects, we will keep it in this stretching board and we will set it. The wings can be spreaded and we can set it. And other thing is here this dissection tray. It's for dissecting the insects. We can dissect the digestive system, or we can take out the wings and we can see the morphological structure of the wings and leg types. And this is a magnoscope. This is the main purpose of magnoscope. For smaller insects, we will keep it down and it will just magnify, so the students can easily identify the insects about their morphological parts. Binocular microscope will have the permanent slides. In these permanent slides here, for example, we have mouth parts. The students can easily see the mouth parts by looking into this binocular microscope. And here this is binocular stereo zoom microscope. Here these permanent slides will give 2-dimensional image, and here the stereo zoom microscope will give you a 3D view. So here I have kept a ant specimen, and by seeing through this eyepiece, I can easily identify their morphological parts, such as how the head is, how the head will look like, how the leg will look like, all this. And the same trinocular stereo zoom microscope, here this is for camera attachment. This also will give 3-dimensional image. We can connect this with the system and we can take a photograph what we are looking into here.
సో ఇక్కడైతే మనకు కొత్తగా కనిపిస్తుంది, దీన్ని బర్డ్స్ కేర్ క్యానన్ గన్ అని అంటారంట. సో దీనికి సంబంధించిన పూర్తి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అయితే సార్ని అడుగుదాం. సార్ చెప్పండి, దీని గురించి చెప్పండి.
Birds care cannon gun, at the time of harvest we will keep this birds care cannon gun in the field. So it will produce a sound like a gun sound. It will produce the sound. So due to that sound, the birds will scare away from the field. So normally during harvesting time, the birds will sit on the maize crop and they will feed on the maize grains. So if we keep this bird scare gun, due to gun sound, it will scare away. So to avoid the damage of the grains, we will keep this gun. And this one is pheromone trap. Pheromone trap means, pheromone means smell. A smell will be released by either male insect or female insect, and this is a lure. It will emit the smell like a insect, like a male or female insect. It will emit a smell. So we will keep this here inside, and it will be attached. And here, by keeping a stick, we will keep it in field. So male insect will think that a female insect is here. It will get attracted towards the smell and trapped inside. So in this way, we can monitor and we can identify the pest in field. This UV inspection cabinet is purpose for disinfection. Disinfection means we will keep the insect eggs inside, so it will kill all the other pathogens or germs inside. And this light trap, and switch on the light here. This Berlis type light trap is for collecting insects from soil. We will keep the soil here. When we switch on the light, due to light, the insect will repel and it get collected here. And this universal moisture meter. Main purpose of universal moisture meter is to know how much moisture percentage is present in the grains or in seeds. So we will keep the seed or grains inside, and by knowing this moisture percentage, we can come to know whether the pest can damage the grains or not. If the moisture percentage is below 8 to 9%, there will be no pest attack for the grains or seeds. So this is for identification of moisture percentage in the grains or seeds. And this Carcera egg cage, and this is Carcera egg cage, Carcera egg laying cage. These both are for mass multiplication of insects, for mass multiplication of Carcera insects. The Carcera insects use is, it will act as a host for the parasitoids. For mass culturing of the parasitoids, it will act as a host. And this is a rat and mosquito cage to keep the rats and trap the rats and mosquitoes inside. And this is a light trap. So during night time, if you keep this light trap in the field, some insects are active during night time. That insects will get attracted towards this light and get trapped inside, and we can collect from down.
సో ఇప్పుడైతే మనం ఇన్సెక్టిసైడ్ స్ప్రేయర్స్ అయితే ఇక్కడ మనం చూడొచ్చు. ఇందులో కూడా డిఫరెంట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఉన్నాయన్నమాట. వీటి గురించి కూడా మనం ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఇవ్వవలసిందిగా కోరుకుంటున్నాం.
Here we can see the different kinds of sprayers which is used for spraying the insecticides. This one is mist blower and duster, and here it is a power sprayer. This both will give fine droplets, which means less water. It will consume less water, and we can spray for more area. This is a knapsack sprayer. This is a hand operated sprayer. Here this hand operated sprayer will be used with the droplet size will be bigger when compared to the power sprayer. So this hand operated sprayer mostly used for killing the insects which is present inside the leaf hole. And this is a hand sprayer, and this is for some small amount of insects we can directly spray through the hands. And these are sticky traps, yellow sticky trap and blue sticky trap. And this yellow sticky trap for attracting white flies, which will be kept in the field. So here it will be stickiness will be there in this trap, and if we tie this trap in the field condition, white fly will get attracted and trapped over this stick glue. And this blue sticky trap, if we keep this blue sticky trap in the field, the thrips will get attracted and get stick in this trap. And this water pan trap, and here we will keep the lures, so the insect will get attracted and trapped in this water.
సో ఇక్కడైతే మనకి డిఫరెంట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సెక్ట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. వీటిని ఏ విధంగా కలెక్ట్ చేస్తారు? బేసిక్గా కొన్ని సార్లు మనం ఎడ్యుకేషన్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఒక టెన్షన్ అనేది ఉంటుంది ప్రతి స్టూడెంట్లో కూడాను. ఇష్టంతో చదివినా కానీ చూడగానే ఒకలాంటి టెన్షన్ అవుతూ ఉంటారు. బట్ అటువంటి టెన్షన్ కాకుండా ఏ విధంగా ఎడ్యుకేట్ చేస్తారు, ఏ విధంగా ఇక్కడ కలెక్ట్ చేస్తారు అన్న ప్రాసెస్ని కూడా ఈ సార్ మనకి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారు. చూసేద్దాం.
So normally insects will be collected from field. Fly when we try to collect through hand. So we have a insect collection net. So this insect collection will be swept in the field, so the flying insects will be get trapped. Then I will transfer this insect collected inside this net through the insect killing jar. this insect killing jar. Here you can see the insects. So we will pour ethyl acetate chemical or chloroform. So the insect within few minutes it will become unconscious, and due to longer exposure time it will die. So after the insect has died, we will take out the insects, and this is a insect setting board, and we will set the insects like this. Here I have spread the wings and pinned it. So after 3 or 4 days, the insect will get dried, the moisture will get evaporated and insect will dry, and we will preserve these insects in the insect storage box. This is the insect storage box. Here you can see the collections.
అంటే ప్రతి స్టూడెంట్ కి ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తారండి ఈ బాక్సెస్?
At the time of course, we will provide one box to each students. Each students will be provided with one insect storage box. At the time of practical examination, the students need to collect different kinds of insects, either it is beneficial or harmful insects. All the collections, mixed collections, they need to submit. So according to that, we will give the practical marks for the insect collections. The purpose of giving an insect box to the students is the students can go and collect the insects from field, so that they can know in which place the insects are living or on which crop the insects are feeding. By collecting, they will come to know how to identify the insect pest directly in the field or in a farmer's field, so that they can teach the farmers this insect will be feeding on which crop, and morphologically they can identify.
సో ఇప్పుడైతే మనము ఇన్సెక్ట్ స్టోరేజ్ రూమ్ కూడా ఉంది, వీటిని ఏ విధంగా స్టోరేజ్ చేస్తారు అన్న ప్రాసెస్ని కూడా మనం చూడొచ్చు. సో వెళ్ళిపోదాం.
This is the insect storage room, and the insects whatever we have collected will be stored here. And here you can see 200 insect storage boxes are there. So inside the box, the insects will be stored in this way. Will be stored based on their family or order. We will store the insects. You can see the different kinds of insects. Previous one is dragonfly, this is butterflies. So at the time of course, we will provide the students, each student with one box. So the students need to submit the insect collection at the time of practical examinations. So this will be preserved here. So according to their collection, we will provide the practical marks.
సో ఇలా ప్రతి ఒక్క బాక్స్లో మనం చూడొచ్చు, ప్రతి బాక్స్లో కూడాను ఇన్సెక్ట్ అనమాట చాలా డిఫరెంట్గా ఉన్నాయని చెప్పుకోవచ్చు. సో ఎంటమాలజీ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ని చూడగానే వావ్ ఇంత బాగుందా, స్టూడెంట్స్ ఖచ్చితంగా ఇక్కడికి వస్తే చక్కగా చదువుకుంటారు, అండ్ వాళ్ళకు సంబంధించినటువంటి ఎటువంటి డౌట్స్ అయినా సరే క్లియర్ చేయడానికి ఇక్కడ ప్రతి ఒక్కటి కూడాను రెడీగా ఉంది అని చెప్పుకోవచ్చు. తర్వాత ఇప్పుడు మనం స్పెసిమెన్స్ చూసేద్దాము.
Here you can see the different insect specimen collections. So the purpose is the students can directly identify the insects by seeing the specimens with the name and details all will be there. And here you can see the silkworm and grasshopper. So by seeing the specimens, the students can able to identify the insects in field condition directly. And these are the insect killing jars and dissection trays, and this tests used for collection of this nematodes.
ఇప్పుడు ఇన్సెక్ట్ షోకేస్ క్యాబినెట్ గురించి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారు సార్, చెప్పండి.
This is the insect showcase cabinet, and this is for purpose of showcase. Here we will have the different collections, and here you can see the insects directly, so that whenever the students need to know about the insects morphologically, they can see directly with different kinds of insects will be stored in this insect showcase cabinet.
Insect classification based on antenna and also legs, wing, mouth parts ఉన్నాయి, వీటికి సంబంధించి అడుగుదాం. సార్ చెప్పండి, ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి.
So here you can see the insect collections based on the type of mouth parts. So each insect will have a different type of mouth parts. When the students see this, they can easily identify which insect will come under, or which insect will have which kind of mouth parts, which kind of insect wings, and which kind of legs, and which kind of insect antenna we have. For example, here this is silkworm moth, bipectinate antenna, means double comb like. Here you can see this antenna, it's like comb like on both sides. Here you can see the life cycle of different insects. So generally the insects will have lay the eggs. From egg to it will turn into larva to pupa, then from pupa to adult. This is insect life cycles. So we have the different life cycle collections of insects.
ఇప్పుడు మనం ఎంటమాలజీ ప్రాక్టికల్ క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాము. స్టూడెంట్స్ అందరి కూడాను ప్రాక్టికల్స్ చేసుకునే విధంగా ఇక్కడైతే మనకి ఎక్విప్మెంట్స్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేశారు. వీటికి సంబంధించిన పూర్తి సమాచారాన్ని కూడా తెలుసుకుందాం. సార్ చెప్పండి వీటి గురించి ఏమైనా.
During time of entomology practical class, the students will be provided with this magnoscope, stereosome microscope, and then binocular microscope and a dissection tray with kit and dissection microscope. So each students will have all the equipments for dissection of insects. So the students can learn how the insects will look morphologically, and they can dissect and they can see the digestive system of insects by keeping the insects in dissection tray, and they can dissect the insects under this stereosome microscope. So here for each batch 30 students can sit here. So the 30 students will have all the equipments for the dissection purpose and for the identification of pest. Here you can see the different insect net. So the different insect nets, this is a normal insect net which will be used for collecting the insects in field condition. And this one is aquatic net. Some insects will be present in ponds or lakes. We will collect the insects using this aquatic nets. And this is a plankton net here, and this is the aspirator for collecting the small insects. When we suck the hair, and the insects will get trapped inside. And these are the sampling triers and sleeve triers. So in bulk storage, in gunny bags, seeds will be stored. So for taking out the sample, we will insert this and we will take out the sample, and some insects will feed on the grains or seeds. That kind of insects will be collected using this sampling triers. In a big lot, we will insert this and we will have the collections, so that we can identify whether the insect is present in seeds and grains or not.